Hi guys, Random here, back with a bit more World of Warships. Something a little bit different today. We have got a replay in from Captain Quo Niam. I'm hoping I got that right. He sent in a replay in the Tier 8 French Battleship Richelieu. Yes. As you might be able to tell if you look at the number of players on each team, yeah, this looks like a rankedy battle. So he sent this in. It's pretty epic. It is pretty epic. There's some not so epic plays by some of the people in the game, but there are some pretty epic, yeah, pretty epic plays. It's well worth watching. Now, if you don't know, the Richelieu, bless it, it's the Gerard Depardieu of French battleships. Yes, everything's up the front. It's got it all on the nose. So you have 2 turrets with 4 guns in each turret. I've done a couple of videos on the Richelieu in the past, so if you want to have a look at the specs, you could always pop back and have a look at them. Let me see there, we have an enemy ski just popping up. And now I'm watching this in the replay window, so it's a little bit small. So I'm going to see if I can expand it a little. And you can see there we've got a Bismarck and a North Carolina, and just appeared we have the old Torpets and an Alabama. So we've got 4 of the enemy ships on the scope, so to speak. We do have a carrier on each team. So that could be interesting. Yes, that could be interesting. Now, the replay is entirely Captain Quo Niam's work. I'm going to call him Quo for short, I think. Yeah, it's all Quo's work. You see there we've got another ship just appeared that looks like it could be a Kutuzov. Yes, Kutuzov there just disappeared, but Quo takes a chance anyway. Looses the salvo and sitting on 9,000 damage at the moment. Oh yeah, we like that. Yes, Mr. Kutuzov, you've just had a very bad day, haven't you? Looking at the old mini-map there, there isn't a Sashio on this team, who appears to be driving the wrong way at the moment. Interesting. So we're just watching here, and the enemy are about to cap A. There it goes. Yes, another nice dink into that North Carolina there. No citadels, unfortunately, but you know, you take what Iron Jesus hands you out. Yeah, let's see the enemy destroyer over there. Quo's keeping an eye on him, making sure that he's not anywhere that is going to present danger. And we have, yeah, the friendly Sashio dropping torps a million miles away from the enemy and right behind his own ships. Doing well there, Sashio. Well done you. Yes. Ah, dear. Yes. Yeah, we've got planes coming back overhead. Yeah, that Turpit's there. He's playing it quite smart. He's sitting behind the island. He's now coming out from behind the island, which probably isn't quite that smart, especially when you've got an angry French battleship looking at you. Now, the Richelieu's got very good armour on the front, so if you sit bow on to stuff, you can mitigate a lot of the damage. There's that Kutuzov again. Probably still stinging a little bit from the last salvo that Quo sent his way, but no, he's disappeared off the radar. So we'll keep the shells in the barrel and we'll save the Turpits. There we go. There you go, Mr. Turpits. Yep, from France with love. Yeah, nice, a nice chunk of damage off of him. Now, looks like Quo's sort of backing up a little bit here. He doesn't want to push in too far. Now, bear in mind this is a battleship and this team does have a destroyer. Okay, you can see the destroyer just disappearing off to the east of the map, which is an interesting move, I think. Not quite sure what he was hoping to achieve there, but he's not really pushed in to try and help the team cap. Interesting. He's now heading even further east. Okay, it's one of those destroyer players that, yeah, you're really glad to have on your team. We've got the Alabama here, just coming out from behind this island. He's seen Quo, and he's turning hard into starboard. So, yeah, he's not revealing his soft, squishy bit for the Citadel. And Quo's playing it pretty cool here. He's waiting for his moment. You know, he's not wasting those shells. He's keeping them in the barrels. You can see him turning the gun, getting ready. Yeah. Alabama knows what's coming. And there we go. Yeah, 23,000 reasons to be really sad if you're an Alabama driver. Oh dear. Quo took some damage there, but you know, not half of his health, which is kind of what that Alabama traded when he came around that island. Of course, the old Richelieu has got lots and lots of secondaries on the back end of it, so why point your guns that way? Let the secondaries do the work. You can see him popping away there, and you can see the hits counting up on the ribbons. So yeah, why not let them do that whilst you take on a Bismarck for 16k. 16 sweet K. Oh yes. Now, at the moment, the scores are 1 to the enemy team and 2 to Quo's team. But if you look at the ticket count, you'll see that the enemy team are ahead. That's because they hold the cap. Now, A is being contested, B is currently being capped. There's the high caliber for Quo. You've got shells coming in, probably from the Kutuzov, if I had to guess. There he is, yep. And we've got this North Carolina. Unfortunately, islands are good armour, so that North Carolina gets to live for a few more moments. And yeah, we're going to take shots at the Bismarck. There we go. Yeah, nice, 11.5k. All adds up. We're up to 126,000 damage so far, and he's tanked over 1 million. Now, I do like the fact that you can see how much you have tanked. Now, again, I'm going to draw your attention to the minimap and the destroyer. Yep. Sailing north, away from the cap. Kind of interesting. Yet Quo is here in a battleship. Okay. Yep. Big BB. Taking his first cap. Solo. And he's about to. Yeah, he's into the B cap now. He's about to take the B cap as well in a battleship. And yeah, he's taken out all sorts of stuff left, right and centre here. That was the Alabama gone. The North Carolina's finally been finished. Quo's just got his second solo cap. I don't know what to say. I mean, he's in a battleship, okay? And he's just capped Alpha and Bravo for his team in a battleship whilst they still have a destroyer. It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Yeah. The French battleships are, well, the high tier ones anyway. They're quite quick. You do have the speed boost, which Quo is using to great effect, and yeah, they're battleships. They're not renowned for their stealth. So to be solo capping in a ranked battle in a battleship, yeah, you can kind of see where I'm going with this, can't you? Yep. You see the Asashio there, you know, I know they didn't have a Conqueror in this match, so maybe he was playing the role of the Conqueror by sitting at the back and not being terribly useful. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 5.4 kilometre range detectability you can get the Asashio to. So I'm really not sure why he isn't just capping. Really not sure. The Megami in this game as well, he's done quite well on Quo's team, but it does... Well, you'll see the battle result screen at the end. Quo now up to 131,612 damage. Like 1.25 million damage tanked, which is impressive. And he's in a battleship, and he's got spotting damage as well, which is just crazy. You see, Quo's just coming up now. He's just sitting in the old Charlie area. You know, I don't know. Maybe he's not happy with even numbers. Maybe he likes odd numbers. Maybe he prefers the term hat trick. But we're about to see his third solo cap. In a battleship, I must stress, with a destroyer behind him. Yeah, this is exceptional. This really is. There we go, third solo cap, I should say. I really don't know how he pulled this one off. You know, if I try and push forward like this, I get punished hard. Talking of getting punished hard, Mr. Kutuzov. Yeah, deleted. So, yep, that's 146,000 damage now. Yep, tanked 1.3 million. Yeah, 1.3 million damage. This is quite impressive. I mean, 63,700 is the Richelieu's sort of health pool. So you can work out, I don't know, he should have been killed, what, 20 times? Something like that? I don't know. I mean, he should have been blown into bits quite a lot by now. 637,000 would be 10 times. Yeah, pretty much 20 times his ship's health pool he has tanked. You can see those torpedo bombers there. They start off quite low on the horizon, so that gives you a decent clue as to where the carrier may be. And we've got the dive bombers, which have pretty much been dealt with now, and we can see going to work on those torp bombers, but they are close. Yeah, you're not going to get away from this one, are you, Quo? How many are you going to take here? Looks like one on the belt. Okay, no flooding. And just the single torp. That's pretty good, pretty good. Would have been nice if you had some air cover, but unfortunately the friendly carrier has been sunk. So yeah, no air cover, unfortunately. But no, he's going to town here. He's got his repair available there if he wants to use it. And he's got a minute and a half before the speed boost consumable is back up. Now sitting at all 3 caps, courtesy of Quo, which is just... I'm speechless. I really am. This is a battleship. I just have to keep reminding myself of that, because you don't often see battleships push in that hard and get away with it. You know, the Richelieu is very good at bow tanking. It's not impermeable to enemy shells, but it's bloody hard to hit it in the right spot and do lots and lots of damage. If you're playing equal tier. If you're playing against something like a Yamato or a Musashi, then yeah, they're going to make mincemeat out of you. But equal tier, you stand a pretty good chance of just shrugging off a lot of damage. You can see in the chat there, people are calling the enemy CV out. We're at 910 cap points now. So yeah, the enemy CV should hopefully appear fairly shortly. And well, look, the destroyers push forwards. No, That's nice of him, isn't it? Anybody would think that a destroyer could be useful for spotting things and capping. Yeah, who knew? Okay, so there's the Lexington, the enemy carrier, and it's probably going to get some damage in before the ticket count gets up to 1,000. He's up to 150,000 damaged now. 1,477,268 damage tanked. And just look at that. I mean, seriously, look at that. That is an impressive haul, top of the tree, where you deserve to be. Quo Niam, good work, my friend, good work.